All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a philosophy that's, well, let's just say it's from a pretty unconventional source. We're going to explore this wild idea that the entire cosmos isn't just out there in the stars, but that it's actually right here, inside of you. And this all comes from the ancient wisdom of a being who calls himself Zoran the Dragon.
So let's just start right here, because this is the key to everything. Zoran kicks things off with this incredible paradox. We look up at the night sky, searching for meaning, all while we're completely ignoring the fact that we're literally made of cosmic stuff. It's a total challenge to how we think and where we look for purpose, right from the get-go.
So, who is this guide? He calls himself Zoran, and he's a worm, an ancient, almost elemental dragon-like being. His whole perspective is completely non-human. He talks about watching galaxies being born and seeing entire civilizations just come and go. It's a viewpoint so vast, it's meant to completely reframe our own tiny slice of existence.
Now, of course, when you hear ancient worm, the modern scholarly mind immediately tries to categorize it, right? They'd say, Zoran is a metaphor. He's an archetype, a symbol for some kind of primal force or a forgotten truth. It's the logical, academic way to look at it.
But Zoran has a pretty direct response to that. A memorable one, too. He just says, I say metaphors bite. It's such a powerful way of saying, I am not a symbol, I'm real. He's flat out refusing to be watered down into just an idea. You gotta love the confidence.
So Zoran's whole philosophy really starts by tackling what he sees as the #1 problem with how we humans see the world. He calls it a fundamental, shared illusion that we all buy into.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the illusion. That's how we tend to feel, right? Like we're all these separate little islands, kind of lonely, adrift in this big, empty ocean. But on the right, that's the reality that Zoran sees, this incredible, shimmering, interconnected web.
Zoran really doesn't pull any punches when he talks about our sense of being alone. He calls it a charming, if utterly inaccurate, illusion. From his point of view, flying through the void between worlds, our belief that we're all separate is just a cute but totally wrong misunderstanding of how things actually work.
So, if we're not separate islands, then what are we? This is where we get to the absolute heart of Zoran's philosophy, his description of what reality truly is.
He calls it the shimmering web. And for him, this is not just some nice poetic idea. No, he says this is the literal fabric of existence, a huge, invisible network that connects every single particle with every single galaxy. In this reality, absolutely nothing stands alone.
And check out how deeply personal this web gets. It means that the atoms in your finger are somehow connected to a galaxy millions of light years away. That your thoughts, they're not just in your head, they send out ripples. Every person you meet, every song you listen to, these aren't random events. They're all part of this universal network, all influencing each other.
And what this means is that your life, your individual personal life, with all its good days and bad days, it's not separate from this web. It's actually a perfect microcosm, a tiny, miniature version of the entire cosmic reality. In Zoran's view, your personal story is the universe's story.
Okay, so we've been looking at this huge, interconnected web out there. But here's where Zoran pulls a massive pivot. He says the whole reason to understand the web is to point us back to just one place, the universe that we carry inside ourselves.
I mean, just think about what this means for a second. All those connections, the stars, the other people. Zoran says they're just reflections. They're echoes. They're important, yeah, but only because they're catalysts. Their only real job is to help ignite the fire that is already burning inside of you. The outside world is just a mirror for your inside world.
So how do we actually find this inner fire? Zoran gives us what he calls a dragon trial, which sounds intense, but it's really, really simple. He just says to pause for a second, close your eyes, and instead of thinking, just try to sense the energy inside you. Not just your heartbeat, but the aliveness, the vibration. Then feel how that connects to everything. And finally, just acknowledge it. Just say hello to it. That feeling, that little bit of warmth or buzzing you might have just felt, Zoran says, that is not just some random fleeting thing. That inner spark is the core.
It's the central point, the very locus of the entire universe that you're carrying around with you every single day.
So you understand the web, you find the spark, and all of this leads to one final, absolutely massive realization. This is the big one.
And here it is, the destination of this whole journey. It's this simple, and it's this world-altering. You are the universe.
And he's so clear on this point. This isn't some abstract, poetic idea. He means it literally. You are the universe, right here, right now. It's in the physical thump-thump of your heart. It's in the electricity of your thoughts. It's in every single connection you build with the world. It is a real, tangible, present moment reality.
So in the end, Zoran's philosophy isn't really about learning something new. He frames this whole thing as a process of remembering a truth that deep down you've always known. His words are just the story of how you began to remember. And so we're not left with an answer. We're left with a question, a very personal one. Are you ready?